All right, it's time to get out your science journal. And today we are going to look at what are the parts of the goldfish in our life science journal. All right, I'm going to open my science journal to the first page. I can see the back of the cover has my vocabulary words. And for this one, I'm going to turn my journal on its side so I have enough room. I am also going to look at a picture of our goldfish. First, we start by writing our focus question across the top. What are the parts of a goldfish? What are the parts of a goldfish? And we're going to underline our focus question in red. Now, our focus question is the question that we are going to answer with our drawings and our observations. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at just parts of the goldfish. And I noticed that the front part of the goldfish, or the body of the goldfish, kind of looks like an eye shape or an almond. And then it squares off at the end. The next thing I see is a circle for the eye. And inside that, another circle for its pupil. Then I see right behind the eye is the gill and the mouth. It's starting to look a little bit like a goldfish. I notice there's a little tiny fin that's kind of in the shape of a skinny triangle. And then on the top, about halfway back, another fin. It goes up and kind of slides down. The next one I notice is below the body. And it has a slight curve to it. Let's see. Maybe about there. I notice that it goes from thin to a little bit fatter. Okay, and here's another fin. Let's do this one. It has a straight line and it curves. This one kind of goes straight up. All right, next is the tail. I notice that it goes out and then a line comes back in and then back out. It reminds me of the letter V on its side. The bottom fin is much longer than the top. All right, I think I'm ready for color and detail. The first thing I notice is the scales on the fish. They kind of remind me of half circles because they overlap. So I'm going to start almost like a rainbow shape over and over. And I'm going to cover the whole fish with the scales. I'm just doing the details now. When you're doing a scientific drawing, one of the most important things is the details. Now I'm going to color in my fish. It's called a goldfish, but they really look orange. I am coloring very lightly. I want to make sure that you can see the details that I've drawn through the coloring. So color very lightly. Now I want to look at the fins. The fins, I can see long lines going all the way down the fins. And just a little bit of color. Again, more long lines. And some more color. The fins are very see-through, but they still maintain that orange color. The tail has very long lines that start at the body and go all the way down to the different parts of the tail. And again, I'm just going to go over so lightly. Next is the fin at the top, and it too that has lines that kind of angle up like a slide. And I noticed that they split at the top. All right. The last thing I noticed is the eye. The inside circle of the eye is black. So I'm going to use my black crayon. Now it's time to label the parts. Remember, what are the parts of a goldfish? We have to answer that question. So let's start. The first part is the eye. I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to write the word E-Y-E, eye. The next part is the tail, T-A-I-L, tail. The fin, fin, F-I-N. And we have another fin, fin, F-I-N. These are the scales, S-C-A-L-E-S, scales. And I also see the gill, G-I-L-L, gill. Okay, have we answered our focus question? Let's check. What are the parts of a goldfish? Eye, gill, fin, tail, scales. Can you name all the parts?